Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Allen News Sports, his own unique fan-based view of sports. That's right, gird your loins in an orange jock, ladies. It's your time, too, to feel some manhood. And that's right, it's sports time. Victor Allen's got you ready. Rubbers making Lula. Rubbers had to make a wish. Here he is, the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Here's Victor Allen.
Yeah, he used turtle wax for that head tonight.
You are
Delayed
good.
clap.
You're getting better. You're getting better. I like that. You're good. You've been watching the rebroadcast. Taking the pearls and rings them out. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. All right. Okay. Well, after this conversation, to tell you the truth, after what you guys went through in that first 90 minutes, I really want to abdicate.
What does that mean? Do I have to kiss something? I'm not doing that no more. I'm tired. Somebody asked me to abdicate. That's nasty.
Okay. Well, I got three topics, but really, they say, it's like this.
They asked you too,
imagine a comedian. I've seen this before. Richard Pryor live, and then you are a singer that has to follow him after he does his run. Mm-hmm. But when you're a Patti LaBelle, you can hold it up.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that's flattering.
I feel like that's Richard Pryor and you're Patti LaBelle. Okay? Now, I don't want to tell you who I am. So, because I'm nobody. So, you like that, don't you? See? You can say thank you.
Sad state of affairs, ladies and gentlemen. Sad.
All right, I got three.
You're Prince. That's who you are.
Oh, you want to insult me now, right?
Hey, no, you can carry on.
You just getting
the
boa
because I keep telling you about Henry. Okay, let's go on over here. This is cold. All right, we may have three topics, but I'm going to start with two. One is trifecta for Jenner. There's a trifecta, and usually when it's almost like three-peat or similar, where you go like, hey, I have three targets here, and I think he's got everything he's ever wanted in life. Serena Williams, who I believe a lot of us outside of tennis don't appreciate what she's doing. And I
What's
think,
she doing?
See, that's why I don't see what I'm saying? See,
she's having a little struggle, but she's kicking butt.
No. See, he just confirmed it.
I
He
did.
said
I'm
what
so sorry.
she's doing. That's it.
I thought she just played and she was looking well.
No, she did good.
Something is in French.
Yeah, the French Open. She beat, Sloane. So the third one, no bad boys in the NBA Finals. When we don't have anybody to hate, it really is kind of boring.
Oh, come on. I'm not bored. See, this is you
It's
guys.
boring.
I'm not bored.
It's
See,
boring,
It's
man.
not boring. See?
Okay, I bet you're not
Y'all act
watching.
like we all sick and nasty.
Well, they're putting, LeBron
bored?
James up against.
And it's
When I watch it,
Thank you.
I have to watch it, but I think it's going to be good. But it's funny because we talked about that earlier on one of my sports pages, and we talked about as far as who on the team would be sort of like the Pistons, somebody off the Pistons, and I was like, nobody,
Who's most likely to have a social disease?
You want me to continue?
Continue.
So I'm just saying, that tells you about the bad boys.
See what I'm saying? See, in other words,
Okay.
it's so bad right now that when you go look at the programming for sports shows and stuff,
It's not bad, it's good.
It's bad.
It is not
it's
bad.
because
Why is
the
it
show,
bad?
because you could tell they're going to cover stuff that really you go like, it is really not interesting.
Personally, I love to learn more about Steph Curry's love of gardening.
You know what?
And his he takes a wonderful attention to his fruit trees. His fruit trees are the best fruit trees.
See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay right where
his figs are fantastic.
There is no one you can really go. Right now, either team win. No big deal, listen.
Okay,
really no big deal.
Wait,
that's not true. It's the same thing.
Would you have rather watched Atlanta and Houston?
No.
Okay,
I don't agree.
No, that's not even it. What I'm saying is the NBA had to soften up. And
Oh, the
because
NBA
of
is
that,
soft.
They
Yeah.
didn't soften up the team that won. It's not a bad team. See, look at this.
No,
How did the
excuse
NBA
me,
soften
excuse-
up?
No, the
Excuse
NBA
me.
has softened up from back in the day, just
They
like
didn't
the
intentionally soften
NFL
up.
has softened up too.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
the refs,
these are your
the
players.
what
The
they
rules,
call
you
the
need to-
fouls,
So
all
wait,
that.
so the rules make the players get soft. Like if you change the rule, all of a sudden the players get, you can't kill. Oh man, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go get high.
You see what I'm doing?
I'm just saying, look what
You
you guys
can't-
are saying.
They got it so bad now that if you blow on somebody,
Right.
Oh,
Foul.
signs, that's something
Right.
else.
see,
Some
that's what I'm saying.
shit
See what I'm
some shit
saying?
gotta stay
See,
legal.
that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna get all in your
So,
private life.
so if say a lead story today for Steph Curry,
Somebody blew
he's going to
it.
go to this school, this poor school. I think elementary or something like this, poor area and whatever.
In Oakland.
And it's a person who's trying to tell him, a writer, who's saying, don't come to the school because you're just going to do and say the same old things that everybody says. You're a great person. I expect you to really tell the truth that these people, these kids, can't make it. So the lead story is Steph saying, please don't go to my school. My request to you is don't go there, because basically this guy is kind of saying you need to tell the kids the truth. Tell them the real truth that a lot of you guys ain't going to make it. That's the story.
Oh Lord.
That's the story today, and
He's
I'm
an
going.
idiot.
First of all, the teacher is an
He's an
idiot.
idiot. If that's the way he look, I go like, wow.
See?
And you haven't committed suicide yet. I know you think about it all the time because you're a miserable person.
Right.
I bet. Wonder what having sex is like with a person like that.
See?
Horrible.
See?
Horrible.
I'm just saying. So this is because you have a sickness.
His cup is
Okay,
always
no,
half empty.
right, and that's not
And
the
we-
truth about life in any kind of way.
That's
What
exactly
defines chance?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, and,
Oh,
then-
no,
and
they-
poverty doesn't mean you don't have a joyful life. Poverty doesn't mean that you still don't go through
and-
every aspect of your life doesn't have to be terrible.
Well,
Right.
look, everybody agrees. See, this is not a 50-50. Everybody basically is saying, yeah, there's something wrong with it. I said, but notice that's the best story we got out of the teams right now. That's it right now.
no, see, that's your own bias. That's not true.
He is biased.
Why does it have to be about
He is
somebody?
biased.
I would love to hear about the wonderful. I would like to know where they like to go out to dinner. You know, I myself am a foodie, and I would love to be able to go to where Steph and Andre Jordan. There are things to talk about. We can sit there and talk about the Clippers and whether or
Watch
not
it.
Chris Paul actually gets along with so and so and whatever. And
I'll watch this. The last story.
Doc said they did.
The last story that you focused on, and what was it between these two teams? Between the Cavaliers and the Warriors. What was the story that got you? Oh, man, that's the story.
No, I mean basically it's obvious. It's
What was the
Curry
story?
Curry against LeBron.
That was last week.
You know, that's the obvious part. But recently it's been
Who?
Curry in the kitchen with his wife, his daughter.
I love those stories.
It's
No,
a-
I
I
love the
love those
kids.
stories too.
I was
but
in more of the
I also
pets.
understand
You was
kind
in
of
more of
what
the pets?
Victor is saying as far as
You want to know more about?
what the.
How about their sex tape? Couldn't just have the pets. You need to
Oh
know
wait, we can't forget
how many are cave divers.
Curry's mother. That's
no.
been in the media a lot too. So I understand what Victor's
Yeah.
saying. It's not about basketball.
So
it's
you
about
guys,
the lives of these.
so you guys
these
are saying
players.
you have a bloodlust,
See,
a
you'll take it to the
desire.
extreme.
Right.
You can't be happy
That's
with
okay.
a.
We
you
have to
can't
be
be happy.
gladiators
I like
now.
Yeah, you
We have
can't
to
be happy with a
gladiators.
champion that seems to
No.
be good.
No.
You need some
No,
dirt.
it's
No.
right.
You want to find him with a gerbil up his ass, sucking on some LSD, lollipops,
So I want you to
No,
understand.
no.
with a transgender Bruce Jenner.
See,
No.
all this
That's
because
what
of
you
the
wanna
Barbie
do.
dolls. I just want
Right,
to let
I
you
know. I
Okay.
know.
And I love me some
All
Barbies.
right. Now, what
Barbie,
we did,
here I come.
what we
Here I
did,
come, Barbie.
we went to my discussion topic. Although I was saving it for last, we already hit it.
Okay.
That's cool. Now I'm going to take you back up to the top and go to what I call the trifecta for Bruce Jenner. And when I say that, I actually had to stop and think about this. And I said, okay, everybody knows the Vanity Fair thing is out there, right? Mm-hmm. But let's just go over what this man was, because you have to really think about it, that he was an Olympic
Gold
gold
medalist.
medal winning champion, decathlete, who basically embodied the all-American hero. So the first part of him is that he won, and he was athletic,
Right.
and he was good. So that's the part a lot of people, when you start using the age thing, you start thinking about the time you're in. So people who are like 15 or 20 years old right now, they're just seeing Vanity Fair for the most part.
Yeah, they don't know.
But
who
we
he is,
went back,
basically.
right? We go back and say, man, I remember that Wheaties box. The Wheaties box was like TMZ. I mean, not the same, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You was on if you was on
he's
Wheaties,
Kardashian's stepdad.
yes,
to
he
these
was.
people.
When they celebrated him, this is around the time the Russians were they had the might in track and field. So he was it. So here's this time.
Decathlon, right?
Yeah, that's him. And the man was a physical specimen. So that's the first thing in life. I think he said, "Look, I love this." Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is what I just mentioned on the photo. After you win, you go to the Wheaties. Notice
Wheaties
the
box.
trifecta. What I'm trying to say is that this man embodied not only just one image on the Wheaties box, they had
3.
him on multiples. I mean, and more than just 3. So the thing I was saying is, look at this. This man he is celebrating something he achieved. So notice what I'm focusing on. He went.
Give me a high five. You doing your research.
You're crazy.
You doing your research.
Hey,
Three
look,
Wheaties boxes.
I got to
Look at
compete with the Barbie dolls now. You give me a chance here. I got to compete with Mario. It's kind of rough in this room, boys. It's tight. It's tight in here. So
Still thinking about that Barbie.
Three
aren't you?
Wheaties boxes.
Still thinking
That's
about
doing-
that Barbie.
I know. You
know.
made him think about it.
you
That
made
one
sure
big
did.
blow up Barbie was still. I wonder how much those cost.
Okay.
That one for
So,
the studio.
Get your mind back on Bruce Jenner.
So,
oh, excuse me, Caitlin.
Here's the part that got me really. He was an All-American athlete and hero. The word hero has not followed him up to present day. And the All-American really hasn't followed him.
Okay.
What has followed him is that he was an Olympic decathlete.
Right.
So when you used to talk to him
And
about
most people
them,
can't pronounce that. How the bad is it to be some shit no one can say? You best say around here. He's Olympic decathlete. Who? Decathlete.
Then you said gold medal
Who is
winner.
it? Is a decathlete.
Right.
He won a lot of
you
shit.
see what he's doing?
I'm saying.
I'm gonna
How many people? So you say a decathlete real fast?
no.
Right, Miko, right.
So here it is. The third, of course, since that the one that got me is that he was a hero to us back in the day.
Okay.
Too bad about the photo. It's not working out, man. My bad. But everybody saw it because Mario showed you earlier,
Right,
the Vanity Fair.
right.
So
Right.
whatever the reason is, that's probably on me, something that I did in my thing. So I won't even show it to you. But you've seen the Vanity Fair. And the first thing I thought about is, don't go into the questions about why he did it. The first thing I went into is, did this man achieve everything he dreamed of? That's why I said, I think he's living the dream. So it wasn't to sit back and get into all the other scenarios that Mario touched upon earlier, but I did have a question. And before I do that, would you say that he's gone after and accomplished everything he wanted so far?
Yeah.
I have to go by him saying what he says.
Yeah.
I'm not in his shoes, so
Yeah.
he says that he
that's what
says he
said.
has.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So now, watch this. Now we get back into Mario's territory.
Why is it my territory?
Now watch this.
It
This
seems
is
like
it.
this is Michelle's territory.
No,
Wait a minute.
definitely Mario.
Trying
For
to-
sure.
Or maybe Miko, she might have had to check. She still ain't said shit about the streaks.
Oh, sure.
Y'all ain't made it to the streaky sheets yet.
Because
Skid
he
marks.
has to bathe
Skid
before
marks.
anything
You know
happens.
how you gotta check him? You gonna check him if it's the
We
first
showered.
time.
No, he's gonna shower.
The first time you got to shower?
So wait a minute.
Okay, so everybody knows if you gonna get something from Michelle, you know if you were on the right track, she say, why don't you shower?
Okay. not no.
Let's shower
Wait a
together,
minute.
baby. Let's
Now, wait a
shower.
minute.
That'll work it. Okay, go ahead.
Wait a minute. Now let me do this. This is the question I'm going to ask because now Vanity Fair is what they call his celebration, right? Would
Right.
you say that?
Coming out.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
a
you.
coming out
That's
party.
his celebration, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's
Obviously negotiated well ahead of time.
Yes.
So I bet some serious bucks.
Yes.
I wonder how
Because
many
one of the top
issues,
photographers shot
what
it.
issues, I remember how many issues of that are going to be flooding off
Rolling.
off the head, you know. The
Okay. So
newsstand.
now here's my thing because I get to now do this part where I go, not everybody, we think this, not everybody follows all media sensation, right?
True.
Not all jocks, celebrities, politicians. There's always this place where somebody says, I don't know who you are. Now do I officially, as a person asking you this question, say, for those who don't know him, he's going to be treated as a woman when they see him, right?
Hopefully that's what he wants.
Okay, so here's my question to you, Michelle. That's why I like when you're here.
He's not a bad looking
That's
woman.
why I like when you're here. This is why I like it. Now, is it his responsibility, because there will be men who don't know him that will approach him, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right.
Wait, hold
right.
on. Is it his obligation to tell them what he really is anatomically or spiritually or whatever? What do you think he should do?
No, I totally think that someone who does what he did should divulge it. I mean, that's how a lot of people get beat down. You know what I mean? I mean, the man gets to, start feely.
What, crackling brand or something?
right.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, two things start going up at the same time.
So the conversation should come out immediately, you're saying?
Yes, because there are some men that will do that.
Yeah, and so
go that way.
So my question became, that's what I was going to. I was going to this part. Now I'm supposed to recognize what you have achieved. I call it the trifecta. So everything you got, and everybody seems to be, media's embracing it, and everything's going well. Now there's some people who don't know. Should he should come right out in the beginning? Or should he ease into the conversation?
You mean if somebody says, "Hey,
hey, somebody's gonna be interested. A lot of people gonna find him. There gonna be some guys who think.
Now on my sports page, that picture was on there, and a guy said, "Oh, because someone said, did he cut it off?" And then the guy said, "No, because I see his package right there." So I don't know what he's going to do, but unless he wears some flowing skirts or something like that, I mean, it's going to show.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's too known.
But there are people who don't.
I mean, maybe
know him.
in Uruguay. I don't.
Excuse me. Did you say? What did you say? You went to South America, right? Okay, I got you. I got you on this one. So this is the only question I had.
My thing is yes, he should.
Well, I have a dissenting opinion on it.
Okay, what do you think? If you
these types
saw him
of issues,
in a club, or
but
anybody.
that's not the issue. Really, let's make it a more basic issue, because then I guess I have to paint a different picture. Because this is not a new issue. This is actually an age-old issue.
That's right.
And so let's say this, because I actually disagree. I first think that when you first meet people, they have no rights to anything about you. Mm-hmm. Why would they have a right? I have no rights to inform you, but let's just say you assume that I have a right. Now we have to have a discussion as to what things. What if I'm just an angry black woman? Do you have the right to be forewarned of that? Right. Is that a bigger thing? Or if I happen to have slept with some women back in my freshman year of college. Now, so I've just met you, but you have a right to somehow interpret my whole lifetime of conduct?
But you're both heterosexual. I think there's a difference.
But I think the difference is that you don't owe in the beginning of meeting, I owe you nothing about me. No one says you should even be aspiring to have sex with me. But I owe you certainly no information. Let's just take it how about all those people out there with a disease? Let's say you have hepatitis C or some other recurrent. So all you people with herpes, and there's a bunch of you. I'll make it even a little more global. All of you with HPV, who have HPV, human papillomavirus, way a bunch of you out there. So now you're getting around certain percentages of the whole set. Are you supposed to tell them on the first date whether or not you've had, how many times you've been treated for vaginitis even? Or whether or not you've had what if you have chronic yeast infections? Chronic recurrent yeast infections. Do you owe it to tell me that? Because somewhere there's a line here.
That's exactly.
And who draws the line?
Choice. I think it's a choice. Okay, you're talking about two heterosexuals or two gay people that know they're gay. Okay, this is to me.
No, I'm just talking about two people meeting.
To me, if they're in a club and they're just talking and nothing happens, no, he doesn't have to say. Or she doesn't have to say who she is. But if it goes beyond that, a one night stand, or let me take you to dinner, and it seems like it's getting personal and that type thing. I think the man will. What about you, Mario? You meet a woman. No. If you looked at RuPaul's, what do you call it? RuPaul's Drag Race. Some of those men on there look like women hands down. And I don't know if their packages have been removed or not. But say you picked
I'm
one
not sure
up.
it makes a difference.
You picked one up. You brought them to the house. You know, you get all the way up to maybe,
But
you know,
you've already
doing
set up a
something.
situation that involves. See, what's happening is you've already set up a situation that involves a degree of deception. So that means you've already defined
yes,
the situation.
it
No.
is.
It actually occurred way back before that. In other words, under most circumstances, see, because like I said, you already defined it as a situation.
No, where does it start?
It
That's what I'm
started
asking
back,
you.
first of all, when someone walks up to you in a club and hits on you, you owe them no information about yourself. Absolutely nothing. They're hitting on you in a club. You owe them absolutely nothing.
No, I agree.
Okay,
you
now
just hit on them in
now,
the club.
we're
What about
at-
a one night
at the
stand
point-
going
but
home
wait.
and
Between
breakfast?
meeting and a one night stand, there's a world and infinite space of communication. So that
Really?
depends. That would depend on what that communication was like. To me, for example, you have the right. In other words, if we're just meeting and carrying on a conversation at a club, whether it involves drinks or not, I still owe you no explanation
with that.
whatsoever.
I agree with that
So
part.
now, at the point at which you offer me sex, and I happen to be of a situation where I don't want to tell you, then again, you still owe me no information. Just refuse the sex. You mean him? In other words,
Just
here,
what I said.
Here I am. Here I am. I'm a man
I'm talking
who's
about
in
you.
drag.
You're the man.
Here I am. I'm a man in drag, right? And you're hitting on me, right? And I actually like you. So when you finally say, "Come on, come to my house," I tell you what. You know what, sugar? I have other things to do tonight. You just be a good boy, and that's what most of them do. They can tell with people, and they blow you off because they know that you are not gay. So that's more of what truly happens. Most gay men don't try to go home with straight men masquerading. And that's not the typical occurrence. It's interesting that people love to talk about that. In other
There's
words,
a lot that got beat up.
no,
There's a lot of them
but
that
I'm
have
saying,
been beat up.
no,
I know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, how common is it for gay men to masquerade as straight in today's world, or put themselves in those situations?
They believe they're women. They're not masquerading.
It's
They
interesting.
believe they're women.
No, I'm just saying. No. Gay men, no, they don't think they're women. Then they wouldn't be gay.
I mean, like Bruce Jenner. He believes
But
he's a woman.
he's not gay. Bruce Jenner is not gay. As I told you guys, you have to separate gender from sexuality, and they're not the same in people. They're not the same genetically, and a lot of this stuff is known. You will have people who will be each gender and have sexuality that's specifically different. You will have men who like men who like women who like men, and women who like women. In each of those groups, you will have transgender people.
Right.
So that's why you have to learn to separate it. He's not gay. He's not gay by
he's not
today's
gay.
psychiatrist, because
Right.
if you would attempt to treat him or deal with his stuff, none of it would have to do with teaching him to deal with being gay.
But no,
Absolutely
I
none
agree
of
with
it.
you. At a club, you're just talking. That
No, I'm talking about Bruce
shouldn't-
Jenner.
Yeah, but anybody, he shouldn't have to say, "Oh, I'm really a man."
Now, if you
but
come
I'm
on
saying
to
a
him,
one night stand. And
No.
what if
But
he doesn't want
even
to-
before one night stand, when you make the deal to leave the club with somebody, you've entered into deception. Most gay folks in drag are not going to do that.
But I'm saying, would it be?
It would be
Right.
deception.
Okay, so it would be deception.
It's no more of a deception if you HIV positive and take me home and have sex with me, or herpes positive, or hepatitis C.
Okay.
Or for some of you who like to point fingers and says, I know how many of you have HPV, and you out there fucking like rabbits, and you ain't telling them, because that's a disease y'all don't mind spreading, right? The HPV, the chlamydia. So you just spread that because there's no way of marking. You can say, I didn't give that to you.
Did you give him the soapbox?
No. What I did is I posed
I'm
a
just
question.
telling everybody, I work in that world, so I know the
Oh no,
bullshit
well,
go down.
I agree what he's saying as far as, you know, not having to, if it's not going to go any further, if
Right.
it's just conversation, there's no reason to say it.
If you got herpes all over your mouth, you gonna tell me you got herpes in the mouth? Are you gonna
Well,
kiss
if it's
me
all
anyway?
over the mouth,
Well, no, because you have.
you don't have to tell me.
You have shedding.
I see it.
No, they actually found out that they had total asymptomatic shed virus. In other words, you're totally contagious when you have no lesions.
Well, you need to do a show about that type of stuff.
It came out a long time ago.
No, it's been
And
around.
then it came out
Been
with
around.
herpes. When you have herpes, you are shedding
Right.
the virus very, very often. Sometimes people are predicting up to 85% of the time, whether you have lesions or not.
That's interesting. Okay.
So
Now,
you're
let me-
shedding it.
Now let me keep it back on the new
And
sports.
then you meet people, and you don't know if they have it or not.
Let me keep it on the new
You
sports.
just think you just kiss them.
So
So-
wear
Go
their
ahead.
jockstrap.
So now hold
Don't
on.
share
hold
their
on.
jockstrap.
Hold on. The question was about exactly what it is. Truth and honesty is not gender specific.
Right.
So I understand that.
Right.
But because the sensation of Bruce, people sometimes, just like we all know, celebrities, they get a pass. Understandably, in many
Yeah.
ways. So I
They do.
understand that.
They do.
So I'm celebrating that he has accomplished the trifecta. Now let me tell you this situation that happened to me. I remember going on a date. And I remember holding hands with this girl. I remember, we just kissed, barely. And about a week or two later, she joked and said, I used to be a man.
What's barely?
You know what?
But see, that
You don't want me-
involves
you-
a
you-
deception.
No, but hold
Again,
on.
most of the time,
Well, no,
people
no.
who are, well, that's a deception.
Well, no. I'm not. I'm just sharing to you that it's not an issue of Bruce.
So she wasn't.
There's
really
a
man.
Right.
reasonable,
Right.
there's
So-
a reasonable expectation
She
that
was just
before any
joking.
kind of
Well, let me
intimacy,
let me just
they
get to
should
the
tell
point.
you.
Let me just get
So that's a deception.
Let me get to the point. It wasn't about that. That's
was
why I
joking.
said that. See, you get it. So my whole point was, she joked about it. Now let me see. I'm trying to
Which
make
is
this
still a
little bit-
deception.
This is the part that got me. See, this is where you feel bad. I feel bad, so I'm
finish
taking
throwing up.
I'm taking
I
the
go like,
ownership on
some
this.
things are not jokes.
When you joke like that, especially you hold a joke. You got people who actually hold
Oh, she
jokes.
held that
So a hold joke is when somebody doesn't hold a joke, they hold it for about 30 seconds.
Right.
And I'm just joking.
And then,
But they hold it for the whole date. And then the next day. First of all, let me tell you what I went through. I
This
sat on the
is proof
bench.
that
Wait.
Dick has dated idiots, right? This
Wait a minute.
is proof that
Let
he's
me-
dated some idiot
Wait a
bitches,
minute.
right?
Wait, see why you won't let me say this? See, I'm trying to show you
Go
that
ahead.
there was a sense of humor about this when I started to sweat sitting next to her. I literally started sweating. And I was sitting there going like this. I was going, this feels really freaky. Now, guess what the next thing I did?
what's that?
I started looking at everything anatomically. I was going looking at jawbones. I was looking at everything. What I'm trying to tell you is the part that I went through is that I said, wow, did I have an answer for this? And I didn't. But once she told me, ask me right now.
Did you go out with her again?
Absolutely not.
Right, because she's an idiot.
Right.
She's an
I'm
idiot.
surprised that
No,
you
that's
sat
not
there
funny.
sweating when
That's
he
not
thought
funny.
that she
See,
was
the
a
people
man.
tell you jokes like that and go, ha ha ha, you stupid bitch.
Wait a minute.
That's what I would say. Ha ha ha. I'm taking
Wait a
you
minute.
home right now, you stupid bitch. How's that?
Wait.
Ha ha ha.
Wait a minute. The thing about it is, it doesn't take examples like that to run into stupidity. We've all played that role. I'm just letting you know.
Hopefully not that one.
Not that one.
I don't know if I
Not that
faked. I don't know if
specific
I
role.
told people I had diseases as jokes.
No.
Stuff like that.
We've all done
Fake
something that
gender.
was not quite. It's a stupid move. What I got to experience was, when you're younger and you think you have the answers and you have control. That's what the story is really about.
Really?
That I got this control.
Younger? So were you 33 or younger?
33 and a half.
Okay.
Okay. So 33 and a half. So
Okay.
so
So you had just started
I just
with your conquest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's the
33.
The wake up call was getting the experience of something that I knew. I was a kind of man. I was going like, all the women I date, no question. And it was the first time I had to question something off of a joke. Hey, you guys, I know it's not a great story. I just letting you know what I went through, and it was funny because I was sweating. I literally
See, I go, that shows you the wonder Victor, because I don't think it's funny at all. I don't think it's funny at all. I think it's an example of how lousy some people out there are.
But I've gone through.
I don't see anything funny
but
about
see, the part is, I've had more people. When you have a history of being around people, and most of us can lie conveniently. Some of us are very honorable, and I have gone through it. it's just one of those experiences where I just sat there and said, because I could really handle, because I was one of those people that says, oh, I can recognize. I'm good. I can look at your throat. I can look at, I got checked. Okay, I got checked by my own conscience. So that's it for my new sports, you guys. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to the third one. I got checked by my conscience.
All right, Victor Allen's New Sports, written, directed, and produced by Victor Allen, the unique fan base. That's right, Victor Allen's New Sports, a recurring segment of the Marty Tucker Mario Show. Enjoy.
Oh, man. See, why you want to do that? That's cold. See, you're going to replay this segment, aren't you? Yeah, you're going to replay it a lot, aren't you? I can see this now. You're having a good time.